o'clock. Friday night pizza show is on tap. LFS6B is where it's at. Whoa, oh. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Yeah, yeah, LFS6B. Slick does sports and dresses to the nines. Big D loves when he says it's rodeo time. Delgado might wear the tinfoil hat, but we all love, what even is that? Aaron and Fran always holding it down. We look forward to another crazy town. Kevin Downey Jr. fills another seat. His sharp wit and wisdom can't be beat. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Yeah, LFS6B. Big D looking good in his cowboy hat, always intrigued where David Sears at. Our main man Harry is certainly no slouch. Come on Harry, get the hell off the couch. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Ooh yeah, LFS6B. If you want some fun along with good insight, tune in 8 to 10 weeknights. Plenty of merchandise to be had. The odds makers reveal whose picks are bad. Hello, America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Yeah, yeah, LFS6B. It's time to stop. What you're doing, it's 8 o'clock. Friday night pizza show is on tap. LFS6B is where it's at. Whoa, oh. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Yeah, yeah, LFS6B. Does sports and dresses to the nines. Big D loves when he says it's rodeo time. Delgado might wear the tinfoil hat, but we all love, what even is that? Aaron and Fran always holding it down. We look forward to another crazy town. Kevin Downey Jr. fills another seat. His sharp wit and wisdom can't be beat. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Yeah, LFS6B. Big D looking good in his cowboy hat, always intrigued where David Sears at. Our main man Harry is certainly no slouch. Come on Harry, get the hell off the couch. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Ooh yeah, LFS6B. If you want some fun along with good insight, tune in 8 to 10 weeknights. Plenty of merchandise to be had. The odds makers reveal whose picks are bad. Hello, America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. The show to watch, LFS6B. Yeah, yeah, LFS6B. Look alive, it's time to stop. What you're doing, it's 8 o'clock. Friday night pizza show is on tap. LFS6B is where it's at. Whoa, sure to watch LFS 6B. Yeah, LFS 6B. Slick does sports and dresses to the nines. Big D loves when he says it's rodeo time. Delgado might wear the tinfoil hat, but we all love what even is that. Aaron and Fran always holding it down. We look forward to another crazy town. Kevin Downey Jr. fills another seat. His sharp wit and wisdom can't be beat. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. Be sure to watch LFS 6B. Yeah, LFS 6B. Big D looking good in his cowboy hat, always intrigued where David Sears at. Our main man Harry is certainly no slouch. Come on Harry, get the hell off the couch. America's voice is the place to be. Got Slick, Delgado, and of course Big D. Be sure to watch LFS 6B. Ooh yeah, LFS 6B. If you want some fun along with good.
All right. Good morning, everybody. All right, we got people coming in already. I like this. Let's start with a familiar let's just get right. So I just figured let's have some fun this morning. Good morning, everybody. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Good morning. So I figured let's just have some fun this morning. It's Halloween. I don't know, all the news is whatever. It's just whatever. So I figured let's just open this thing up and let's talk about the election. Let's talk about what's going on in your area and have some fun. Let's start with somebody who is very familiar to this show, and that's our friend Michael Curtis.
What's going on, Big D?
What's going on, buddy?
I headed to Nashville to finish up a song, buddy.
Well, tell me, I know we were just talking offline. Tell the audience, tell me a little bit about, well, first of all, how have you been?
Good, and you and your family?
Everybody's been good, man. Everybody's been good. It's been too long since I feel like I saw you. It's been crazy. I know we've been talking, but you know how crazy the election season is. But how are you guys?
Oh, we're all good, man. I know you guys have been crazy. I know the stuff we kind of talked about doing with nothing going to happen after this crazy election.
It is crazy. So tell the audience a little bit about, because we're going to try to do something maybe on Veterans Day. We were just talking about putting something together. Tell the audience about what you're working. I mean, you're always working on great stuff, but tell them about what you're doing right now.
Well, Wade Jennings, which is the grandson of Waylon Jennings, he's got a new song debuting tomorrow called One Folded. And I got the idea because I had pulled behind this lady and saw her sticker. It said you wouldn't mistreat it if you'd been handed one folded. And it just sparked me to write a song because, you know, there was so much disrespect with our flag. And I know the First Amendment gives us the right for free speech and everything. But to me, when you're degrading the flag, there's so many people that died and shed their blood for that. And so many people still serving to give it the freedom that it causes us to have. And it broke my heart. So I got together with a couple of buddies, one of them being the lead singer of the group Shenandoah, and my buddy Gordon McGee, and we finished the song, and Wade heard it, and he said, man, I've got a lot of veterans at my shows. I really would love to honor those people. So it debuts tomorrow.
Wow, that's fantastic. Wade Jennings, and you said that's the grandson of Waylon Jennings.
Yes, and the title of the song is One Folded.
One Folded, obviously referencing the folded American flag that's presented to Gold Star families.
That's correct.
So what's going on in your, I mean, obviously you're in a pretty, I would assume, pretty red area, but what's your feeling on the election here as we're heading to 5 days out?
Oh, we're in Trump country, pal.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen I think I may have seen 2 Harris signs in the whole state.
Yeah. But
Well,
what's your general feeling, obviously outside your area?
Well, I think that a lot of people, I know people personally who voted for Biden in the last election. They have been hurt and hit hard so hard financially and everything. And, you know, I don't know Kamala Harris. I mean, God bless her. I mean, I pray for the leaders of our country. You know, I'm a faith-based Christian man, and I pray for our leaders because that's what the Bible tells us to do. But I just don't, I know she doesn't have the leadership skills, because if she did, why is our country in the shape that it's in? And so that's what I tell people. I said, just ask yourself the simple question. Were you better 4 years ago financially or better now? Did you have more religious and liberty freedoms 4 years ago, or do you have them now? And I think most people that have got any common sense at all, Damon, would have to, you know, I know for us working class people, it was definitely better when the gas was cheaper and you could go buy eggs and beef for less than $10.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right, very good. Well, you kicked us off here, Michael. I know you're heading to Nashville. You got a busy day finishing up your song coming out tomorrow with Wade Jennings. We're gonna do something on Veterans Day.
That'd be great.
We'll certainly feature the song. We'll talk about what else possibly maybe we can do. But I'm glad you jumped on with me.
I'll be glad. Yeah, and you know, maybe we could work out something where Wade could jump on with you.
Yeah, maybe we do something like that. Play the song. I know there's a video too. I'm going to take a look at it, but we'll figure something out. So I appreciate you kicking us off here on what's going to be a fun morning. I figured, you know, people just sit here and watch me talk every morning. I said, let's open this thing up. And we got somebody else. O.D. Baker is going to be coming up here. He's in the waiting room. So I posted the link. If you want to join us, maybe Slick might join us. Some of the guys from the show might join us as well. If you want to join us, you can just click on that link. Was it pretty self-explanatory, Michael, what you had to do?
Yeah, it was. And man, you tell Slick and Delgado and Harry, how you doing, Harry?
Get off the couch, Harry. Come on. Harry. Get off the couch, Harry.
Hey, man, I'm hoping we get to work on some music next year, brother.
I hear you. I love that. Love to get back down there. We had a great time, Harry and I. Absolutely great time. I'll never forget it. And now that I see Delbert, I see that out. I think, man, I heard that in the studio.
You know, Billy, just right quick, Billy and T Graham, they presented T Graham a #1. It already went #1 on the R&B charts, and Billy was backstage, and they presented him one as well. Man, it's a great album.
Man, nobody can lay it down on top like Delbert can.
Well, brother, you have a blessed day, and man, we'll maybe talk to you on the other side of this election.
You too, buddy. Have a great day. Good luck with the finishing up the song, and we'll talk about it here in the next couple of days.
All right, God bless.
Thanks, Michael. Michael Curtis. Good way to kick it off. If you want to join me this morning, come on out. We can talk about anything you want. Talk about the election. Talk about Halloween candy. Talk about music. Talk about whatever. I'm just going to open it up to you, the audience. The link is out there. If you're watching on YouTube, I know the link is there. It should be pretty self-explanatory. Just click on it. Come on in. I've posted the link in the chat. If you're on a platform for some reason that the link didn't show up, or you can't click on it, you can just copy and paste it into your browser, and it should be pretty self-explanatory then. Let me bring in our next guest here who's been waiting in the waiting room, O.D. Baker. O.D., how you doing, bud?
Hey, Damon. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thanks for joining me. How are you?
It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be on here with you.
Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad you're leading the way here. Michael, obviously I know, but we've never met, and you did it. I saw people say I'd have stage fright. No reason to have stage fright. Just jump on, and was it pretty easy to get on?
It was. My wife is Shadow's. I'm her husband.
Oh, okay. Shadow's something in the chat, right?
Yeah, we watch you every day, every morning and night.
Okay, I'll say hi. I look terrible, but anyway, I'm Shadow's mom.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, and I'm gonna let him have it because I look terrible. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you. You too. I think you look great. You both look great. So, where are you guys from?
We are from Arkansas, just across the river from Memphis. We're actually metropolitan Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay. And give me like Michael Curtis there in Alabama. I'm assuming you're pretty obviously pretty red, pretty comfortable with what's going on. But what's
Yeah, all
what?
the states here are deep red. Arkansas,
Yep.
Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama,
How did you like
Missouri.
Trump's day yesterday, seizing on and taking the garbage thing and making
I
a whole
loved
day
it.
of it?
I loved it. I
Pretty good,
loved it.
right?
Yeah, was watching Glenn Beck earlier, and he had a garbage bag on him doing his podcast. So
I
that's pretty. It was
actually
pretty
saw a
funny.
still. Yeah, I saw a still picture of Glenn sitting there with his garbage bag on. That was pretty good idea. I'm sure that's going to be a popular Halloween day costume to don this morning if you're in the political world.
Yeah. Politically speaking, Woodrow, it's on the chat here, was saying something about asking about Sarah Huckabee Sanders, our governor, and something about dirty tricks. And I don't know what he was talking about. That something about controversy about dirty tricks. And
I don't know. Let's pull up. We'll pull up some social media here. I haven't heard anything. We'll do a quick search. But so is Sarah Sanders loved in the state?
she is. She's doing a fantastic job. We like her and her father, of course. We're real proud of them.
Boy, the president, I saw, Mike Huckabee was with the president the other day at that round table, and you can see how much the president likes Mike as well, former governor, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did a quick search on X on Sarah Sanders. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't see anything that looks out of the ordinary.
Well,
so
a comment after that, he said something about Tucker Carlson's interview with I can't think of the guy's name now, that went to jail, that was Illinois.
Oh, Blagovich there?
Yeah.
Rod, yeah.
I've
did
been
he interview
meaning
him? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I will. I saw it came out yesterday, so I'll probably watch it sometime today and see if that might shed some light on it. If Woodrow's listening to this, he might tell us a little bit about it on this chat.
Yep. Okay. So obviously, like Michael, you guys are obviously in your area. You know what's happening. But so what's your overall? 5 days out. What's your overall feeling on the election? Trump's going to pull it out.
I really hope so. We've been praying about it, and I really hope so. I think, boy, it's some good news about Virginia. I'm hoping that Virginia will go red, and boy, that just about know about it Tuesday night. If Virginia did, and Pennsylvania, of course, and the blue wall went our way, it really would.
Yeah, Virginia would make it almost a very early night. And the blue wall, I mean, again, you look at Wisconsin, you look at Michigan, you look at Pennsylvania, specifically Pennsylvania. I mean, in the end, Pennsylvania really puts it away for him if we're able to. And this is what Steve Bannon brought up the other day on his first morning out. How much information the electorate gets early in the night is going to be very interesting. He thought the president needed to be more active on election night with getting out there, telling people where they stand, telling people what they know, what states they have information in, what states need to stay in line and get out there, really to kind of motivate on election night. What do you think of that?
Right, I agree. You've been saying it for a few shows now about him. Needs to come out at earlier. You saying something about 11 instead of 2:30 in the morning. So,
yeah.
I agree with that. But about Pennsylvania, I don't know that we'll know with their, with their laws and everything. I don't know that we'll know what Pennsylvania is.
Yeah, we may not.
Tuesday. You may not know it for 2 weeks. But if you got Virginia and you got these other states, swing states, Georgia, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Michigan, if we got them, you wouldn't even have to have Pennsylvania. It'd be great to have it, of course, but
Yeah, makes the road a lot easier. Yep,
all the
makes the road
signs
a
are
lot
that
easier.
they're early voting in Pennsylvania, so we may know.
Yeah,
But it's exciting to know that, to get Trump in there and get this country changed back around.
yep.
It's going to take a while. It's not going to be immediate, but it's going to take a while because we're in a mess.
Yeah, sure are.
But
Sure are. let's bring Tiffany into the conversation. She's waiting in the green room. Tiffany, how are you? Tiffany,
Hey, how
can
are
you hear
you?
us? Yeah, there you are. Your connection, I think, is a little
Sorry.
laggy.
Yeah,
Where are you from?
yeah. I'm sitting outside a courthouse waiting for my. He's an attorney. Is it not
Where
working?
Where are you from? Can you hear me? No, I think Tiffany's connection is a little slow there. Got to have a good connection to make it work. All right, OD, thanks for joining me.
thanks, Damon. It's been an honor, man.
Yeah, I like this. Maybe we should do this more often. Let the audience warm up to the idea that I think a lot of people still saying they have stage fright. Well, I don't know why. Just come on in and let's talk.
Tell Tucker we said hi.
He is actually laying right here because someone's running the vacuum cleaner. And whenever he hears noises, he runs into here. So he's actually right here. So I'll let him know.
Okay, Shadow's in her cat tree sleeping, so
Okay.
she watches you too. So
Well, I appreciate everybody. Obviously, I appreciate everybody who watches, and you guys, watching morning, night, and I really appreciate it. So, have a great rest of your day, and let's go Trump. 5 days away.
You too, Damon. God bless.
You too. Thanks, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, there goes OD. Pretty cool. I see Tiffany still there. Let's see if the connection's a little better. Tiffany, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Oh,
now?
that seems a lot better. So, where are you from?
I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, okay. All right. And tell me a little bit about what's going on in your area as far as the election goes. How you feeling? What's your outlook here? 5 days. What's going on there?
Well, normally Kansas, right? You think it's something that goes red for Trump, like automatically. But I've been reading articles, of course, Newsweek. So however much credit you want to give them. However, they're saying that we could be a swing state this year, how it could potentially go blue, the entire state of Kansas, not just Sedgwick County, which is the county that Wichita, Kansas is in right now. But I've only lived here since about 2015. I'm originally from North Dakota, but went to vote a couple days ago early, and the line was just like, it was like blocks. It was like just no one around here has seen that many people turn out for voting. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Also, there was an article the other day about Topeka, Kansas, and the mail system and how absolutely unreliable the mail just randomly became in the last couple months around here. So, oh my goodness, that dog is so cute.
Tucker has arrived as the vacuum is right out. The vacuum is right outside the door, so he's officially spooked on Halloween here.
Oh, that's awesome. So, anyways,
So-
that's going on
So
around
the
here.
early voting number, like you say, I'm hearing a lot of that. The early voting in places, the lines are long. Do you buy into it all? Do you still think your election day turnout? Have you heard people who still are saying, you know what, I vote on election day. It's what I've always done, and that's what I'm going to still do. You still feel like election day turnout is still going to be what it's always been?
I honestly, I haven't heard. I have heard a lot of people wanting to vote early this year. I haven't heard anything about actually election day. So, but I mean, my husband and I own a law firm in town here, and so we are basically just like 24/7 working. So I haven't gotten out much to actually hear anything. But I do actually have a quick question for you if you have a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a huge conspiracy person. I align more with you than the other guys sometimes. But Not to say anything mean about them because I love you guys all, but did you happen to see that weird thing the other day on what was it, the Formula One race, where at the
Yes.
bottom? What do you
Yeah.
have an opinion about that or a thought about that? Just a weird thing, or what?
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, obviously especially being in television, being a little bit in production, how these things work, why you would be testing out your graphics package for election night and how possibly it could end up on live TV.
And on Formula One,
yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that that's an accident. I don't think you've hired a 21-year-old new production assistant who's sitting at the board for the first time and doesn't know what the buttons do. I mean, that's kind of like, I mean, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's, you know, I don't know how nefarious it is either. Maybe they're trying to put a message out there, like, you know, people make sure this could be what Tuesday night looks like if you get out there and vote. Remember, you know, who knows?
Sure. I was just curious. I thought it was odd. I try to stay out of the weeds, but this year's just been crazy regardless. So.
Yeah, totally agree. It has been crazy. So, well, thanks for calling in. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to do it more often. I think we're going to do it more. I may do it the next 5 days as we head towards the election. Hopefully more people will join and tell us what's going on in their area. So I appreciate you jumping in.
Hey, and if you ever have any people, oddly enough, from North Dakota or Kansas that need any sort of advice as far as criminality and the election goes, tell them to hit us up because we can help out.
Okay, where can they go? You got like a website or something? Tell them.
Yeah, www.thelawofficeofdavidlmiller.com. You can contact us there. So.
Okay, there you go. Especially when it comes to election stuff or whatever. So,
absolutely.
Tiffany, thanks so much.
Have a good one. Thank you.
You too. All right, there she goes. Good stuff. Good stuff. The link's in the chat. If you're just joining us and you want to join the stream this morning, we're trying something new here. I like it so far. Opening it up to you, the audience, to come on in and talk about what's going on in your area with the election. It's working good. Tucky here has joined me, right? You scared? You scared when you hear the... You scared of the vacuum cleaner? It's not going to hurt you. If you want to join, the link is in the chat. All you have to do is click on it. I think if you're on YouTube, you can just click on the link and join. If you're on anything else, you may have to just copy the link out of what I posted. If you can't click on it, copy it and paste it in your browser, and should come right up. Let's see here. Brian's in there. Brian's been waiting to come on in. Let's add Brian into the show. Brian, how are you?
Doing great, Damon. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good. Thanks for joining us. Where are you from?
Austin, Texas. This is Woodrow.
Woodrow. Oh, there you go. Woodrow from the chat. I like when you guys tell me what the chat names are. Awesome.
Yeah.
I see you. Thanks for being so active. I appreciate it.
Well, this is such a great idea, Damon. You're creating community.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why it's not that I didn't think of it earlier, but I guess not knowing the technology, how easy or smooth it was going to work. And yeah, it's been great so far. So Kathleen said, "What a cutie." And then she said, "Not you, Damon." She's talking about the dog, of course.
I thought she was talking about me.
Yeah, she could be. She could be talking about either him or you. I think I'd come in third, so I don't doubt that. So
I'm sure, Tucker.
So how are you? How's well, Austin? Obviously, keep Austin weird. Austin is a little liberal, right? Or very liberal, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's like a blue oasis. It's a blue oasis. It's tough, but you know, I really enjoy Austin. I really do.
It is a great city. It's the music, the culture, it really is. I've been there a couple times. I can see why.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't realize when Trump came to interview with Rogan and then JD, I guess, interviewed with. He's a mile away from my house.
Is it? Wow. Yeah. The word is that JD did 4 hours with him yesterday. Can you imagine JD talking to? I can't wait to see it. I don't know. I don't think it's dropped yet. I mean, I loved the Trump one, and I thought Trump was great, but JD has got to be a different level.
Can you remember having two candidates with such energy, JD and Trump? I mean, they do not stop.
No, I can't. And the other thing is, I can't remember, and I mean, because I don't think it's ever happened. I mean, people say podcast and they just make it sound like it's not a big deal, but like the Joe Rogan podcasting, they have taken over this election cycle. How much these kind of shows have meant, we've never seen it before. It's really reshaped politics with these long form interviews with obviously Rogan, but some of the, Theo Vaughn, he did the Barstool guys busting with the boys. He's done obviously the Lex Friedman podcast. So all of these long form, not traditional media places have really played a big role in this election.
Damon, that is such a good point. I was just thinking about that this morning. I was watching Blagojevich on the Tucker Carlson show, and I learned so much. And it's stuff that we would not have learned with the regular mainstream media. And that's been going on, starting 6 years ago, 8 years ago. It's just amazing.
When you think about Elon, you think about when he bought Twitter, and you remember he made the offer of the money, and then it was like, oh, maybe I offered too much, and it was kind of like people were like, oh, he's going to back out, he's not going to do it, or he paid too much, or now the shareholders have. I can remember thinking, this is such a convoluted thing. This is going to end up being like, he's not going to even end up going through with it. Then he goes through with it, buys it for what people deemed too much at the time, cuts the staff, cuts the costs, gets the thing running on what it probably should have been running all the time, cuts out all the fat. And now look at where we are. Not only what X has become for free speech and for people like us and shows like this and shows like where you don't have to worry about, you can just stream there and don't have to worry about what you're saying, what the subject matter is. And then look at how he's gotten involved from saying he would never get involved with politics, never pick a side, to where he is now. I don't know that we're ever going to see an election cycle like this again.
Oh, I think this is the start of informed elections in some ways because of what you were just talking about. Elon really put his best foot forward for us.
Yeah, absolutely right. So what's your biggest, what's your 5 days away? What's your biggest strength, thing you're most positive about? And what's your biggest worry going in for the last 5 days?
Well, that's such a good question. I think Trump and the America First, or I prefer America First, but MAGA is still a great movement. I just prefer to say America First. I think that's longer lasting. Trump has won the culture war. We're starting to see pushback from the woke ideology, pushback of DEI. Elon, that's a perfect statement. I mean, he's stood up for free speech. We're starting to win that. And that
the trans insanity, we're definitely winning there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I can't believe how do they see this as a prosperous culture when we destroy our kids, shut down free speech? It's just that it's not a prosperous culture. And I think in that sense, Trump has helped us start to turn this tide.
Yeah, I totally agree. What he's done to expose the media and expose these other things we may look. I mean, you can look back on so many positive things where he reshaped the courts in his first 4 years. I think, God willing, he wins. I think these 4 years will blow away the first 4 years, given his positioning, given the people around him, given his understanding of personnel, which has, of course, been my biggest complaint forever since 2015, is personnel. I hope he doesn't make the same personnel mistakes, obviously. He's got people like Doug Burgum around him, Marco Rubio, who are like, okay, they're okay, but not who I would be picking going into this term, especially as a lame duck president. Like you can let it all hang out now, right? I mean, if the Republicans were to win somehow all three and sweep the board, which I still think is, when you go to the betting prediction sites, I still think that's the favorite. When you look at the House, the Senate, and the presidency, Republicans sweeping, I still think is the favorite. If that was somehow to hold, I mean, it's maybe the last chance to get the country back on its footing, like the country we grew up in. Like, they have got to get the job done.
Yes, I agree completely. We need a definitive rejection of this left ideology.
Hey, look who joined us here.
Hey, Damon, I clear one thing up about Sarah Huckabee.
Yeah.
Sarah is awesome. And what I was asking about, if I was thinking about how Sarah was treated in public when she was press secretary, and how awful they attacked her. And we haven't seen that. As governor of Arkansas, we don't get that kind of news, but I'm sure it's going on. They want her silenced. And so what I was asking Shadows was, tell us about the left's efforts in Arkansas. I mean, as I'm sure Sarah receives a lot of respect from Arkansas, but there's dirty tricks that go on.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, that clears it up, because I did a quick search and I didn't see anything going on with her. But listen, she's going to be a target like DeSantis is, like Trump is. I mean, when you're on that level of an executive, yeah, you're gonna get that kind of. They're gonna come at you with brass knuckles like they do anybody like that stands in their way. So Delgado, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Call me Jesus.
What the hell are you wearing on your head? What's your outfit?
The Big Lebowski. It's Halloween.
Oh, I know it's Halloween. Oh, you're the Big Lebowski?
No, I'm Jesus from the Big Lebowski.
Oh,
you don't mess with the Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Say hi to Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, Rick.
Happy
you are,
Halloween.
Buck. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Love the outfit.
Thank you. At least I dressed up for the occasion there, Dave. See?
I dressed up too. I'm a dog catcher. Look, I'm successful.
I see that. Hi, Tucker.
Say hi to Rick. Say hi, Rick. Oh, look at your friend. Look at this.
Oh, now you're talking like baby talk to the dog?
Who's that?
This is Ella.
Tucky, look at Ella. You see Ella?
He's too distracted by Jesus on the screen.
You don't mess
Brian,
with...
thanks so much for joining us. Keep Austin weird. Hope things are well.
Hey,
we'll do this again. I may do this every morning leading up to the election. This has been fun. So thanks for joining us, Brian.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, take it easy, Brian. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Bye, Ella. Tucky, say bye to Ella.
Yeah.
See you later. Oh, so what's up, Delgado?
I got your little invite. I figured I got a few minutes. Let me pipe in, say happy Halloween to everybody who's watching, listening.
All right, good. We got all kinds of people jumping in here. You want to talk to somebody else?
Yeah, what do you got?
All right, we got Danny. Danny's waiting in the room. Let's bring Danny on here. Danny, how are you?
What's up, guys? How are you? Good morning.
Where are you from?
I'm from outside of Boise. I'm out in Idaho. I'm pissed off nurse. Get her chat.
Go sit.
Well, welcome to the
Very cool.
podcast.
Very cool.
Thanks, man. So, the reason I wanted to come, just a couple things. I was victimized by the mandate. Been at ER 28 years. I didn't take the shot. I've got lots of stuff going to tell of my award that I've won in that 28 years, and that kind of explains why I'm a little pissed right now.
I didn't hear. What did you say you do?
I was a ER nurse for 28 years, emergency department.
Oh,
Yeah, but he didn't take the shot.
And I didn't take. So, again, a lot of time into my career. At one point, I was employed by St. Luke's out here, and for about, and I won their excellence award one year. Basically, pretty prestigious award when I was all clean. But let me read what. So it says, with Dan in charge, I feel our department can handle absolutely anything that comes through our door, I guess, except for COVID. They feel that I was, I guess, I don't know what the word is, you know, clean enough to work still. I worked with viruses all my career, and, you know, I just didn't buy it. And I stepped up to the mandate. I didn't let them fire me, unfortunately. I quit a week before. But do you mind a couple things to you? I mean, do I have time to do that?
You're a little choppy, but yeah, we can hear you. We got time.
All right, sorry. I live in the middle of nowhere and I'm on Starlink, so I apologize. If you could see behind me, I like live in the middle of the desert now. When I lost my job, I ended up cashing in my retirement, and me and my family, we lived in our RV for about 2 years. I was rebuilding my life. I was unemployed for about a year and a half. Did some odds and ends jobs just to survive. But I was able to build my life, you know, and we built a house out, have property, you know, life goes on. But anyway, just a couple of things I'll share with you. So when I left my job, a couple of things, you know, I asked my employer to offer me an onboarding or an offboarding. I didn't want to lose any of my money, of my time there. And basically it was totally whitewashed. They didn't give me a response to it for the most part. My colleagues, you know, got into name calling. They all knew me and several of us. There was 20 of us that were all nurses that walked. But suddenly, you know, we're walking into the department getting called Typhoid Mary and all these other names. And I ended up writing a letter to my boss telling him to knock it off. You know, politics, this is back again in 2020, 2021. I lost my job in September 21.
Hey, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel now when you start to see some of this evidence coming out? That shows that basically shows you took the right stand. I mean, we're seeing it kind of, you know, we're seeing the European Parliament that they're demanding, people stand trial for some of the decisions were made during this. And they're actually, it seems like they have better policy when it comes to these vaccine shots than we do here.
Yeah, I think, you know, you hit it on the head. Nobody knew what we were dealing with, you know, and that was the problem. You know, I was too Fauci and all these guys at first. I didn't know what we were dealing with. Again, I worked at the ER for a long time. I was trained at a national level for hazmat, and I was in the front lines. If you go on my timeline, I'm getting all in there. I have an hour-long interview with a local news channel here. They're right leaning conservative site called Idaho Dispatch. But I go into all of that. You know, I was working in the training lines. I'm on the front line of this thing, and they got me in a surgical mask. And just that, and the testing was BS. I'd have these cars come through with like 5 people in the car and test the most sick one. And if he was positive, we say all 5. It inflated the numbers tremendously. The other thing is I had people that for job reasons, they needed to get, you know, a clean COVID-free test done so they could return to work. I had the same person coming through the line sometimes in 8 days in a row until they have a negative result. So that increased the numbers.
Right.
You know, and in that time, and we saw a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but nobody was dying. You know, if this was a true pandemic, people would have been on the streets. My ambulances would have been all over the place. I would have had patients out in the parking lot, and it never happened. So take that for what it's front line. I saw it. I was there. I lived it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, we appreciate it, bud.
Yeah.
What's your feeling quickly just before I let you go we got some other people waiting on the election where we are 5 days out. You feeling good?
Yeah, who knows, man? You know, it's like I feel good about it, but you know, y'all know the cheat is in. I no matter what, it's stupid, to be honest with you. I'm very happy that I'm in the middle of nowhere right now. I can see my voting center out my window, and I have a town of about 50 people right now. But I love it. Vote now, life goes on, right?
Yeah.
All right, Danny, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll
good
join
luck,
us again.
man.
God bless. Slick Rick, you're looking great, buddy.
Slickster, how are you?
I'm doing good, Big D. What's going on?
What's up,
Not
Slickness?
much.
Delgado, look at you.
I'm the Jesus.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Without him telling you? Oh, you
the Jerko Lantern. No.
I'm cleaning my ball.
Nice.
All right, let's bring
Real quick, Damon, I got a blast.
Go ahead.
But I got to tell you, everybody's talking about how do you like my garbage truck today?
Oh,
Everybody's talking about
I mean,
it.
how can you not be talking about it?
It's hilarious. Even people that I work with that aren't political, they're like, "Did you see him in that garbage truck?" It was hilarious.
No, it's the line. It's the line of the night. How do you
Yeah.
like my garbage truck? I mean, you can't do better than that.
No.
You can't do better than that. All right, Delgado, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I got a blast, but thanks for joining me.
See ya.
See you, Rick.
Let's bring Sonny in. Sonny, how are you? Uh-oh. Sonny's
Doing great,
connection might
Big
be a
D.
little-
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Your connection looks like there's a little bit of a delay, but I can hear you. So where are you from?
So I just recently moved from Texas to Arkansas to get away from the craziness over in Texas.
Okay, we just had somebody on from Arkansas, said Sarah Huckabee Sanders is doing a great job. Do you concur with that?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I moved up here. I was down between Austin and San Antonio, and obviously they have the defunded the police and everything down there. So anyway, as far as the election goes, hopefully, with everything that happened last election 2020, they've learned how to keep a lot of things from occurring and allow things that need to go through. But I really see I'm for Tuesday getting my rest because this is going to be one of those periods. I think it's going to go on for months.
Yeah.
And I'm praying for our president, but they're going to, because that's really their only option now. I mean, I don't even see the commercials for Kamala on the TV, on YouTube. I watch YouTube all day long. All I see is Trump videos, commercials. So apparently and of course I'm in Arkansas, but apparently they're using the money elsewhere. But yeah, it would be, I think it would definitely be a landslide, but we know the situation. And we still have that unnamed electronic system that I will not name. We know what the name is.
Mm-hmm.
And very few state of Texas doesn't.
No, I think we've lost Sonny there. His connection is
Not
is
so
not
bright.
great.
Yeah, it's not so bright.
Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta have a semi-decent connection for this to work. But Slick, I don't know if you saw that in the comments there. Someone said, "What about those Dodgers? Man, oh man, what a collapse! The Yankees just
that fifth inning, man. Wow. Just
not the Yankees of Jeter and
nope. Not your
where you
father's
couldn't
Yankees,
go.
that's for sure.
You had magic in the house, and that was no magic last night.
Yeah, there was no slam dunk either. Yeah, that was a bad game, man. That they fell apart in the fifth inning. I mean, once Judge dropped that ball in center field, Big D, it just opened the floodgates and they just pounded them. And then they jumped back ahead. They jumped back ahead 6-4, but they just pitching couldn't hold it. Just crazy.
Amy's waiting in the waiting room to come on in. Let's bring Amy on. Hi,
Hey
Amy.
there.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Well, I actually have a little cold, but I'm kind of nursing it.
And where are you from?
I'm so excited to have found y'all in the AM. My friend Walter and I watch Studio 6B at night, and since Ted is not anymore, we tune in usually always there, and it's wonderful. But
well, thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say thank you very much. We appreciate that. I didn't know if you heard me before. Just tell everybody in the audience where you're from.
I'm from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, which is just across the bridge from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, very good. Charleston, South Carolina. What'd you say? Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Very good.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming a pretty red area, but give me your thoughts 5 days out from the election, what you're hearing from people in your area. What are your biggest concerns? What do you think our biggest strengths are? What are you not worried about? What are you worried about? Tell me all that.
Well, I've been asking everybody I see, are you registered to vote? Have you voted early? That's my main thing, whether it's somebody I'm doing services with or just on the street. I mean, my friend Walter, he goes, you talk to everybody. And I said, I'm going to Trump 2024. And so I think my worst fears are the Pennsylvania thing. I heard about there being some type of algorithm that can't be traced where they can cheat on the vote. But, Big D, I really feel like we've got to trust God to guide us through this whole thing. We got to get out on our feet and walk it out. But whether we win or lose, we still have a big fight in front of us. And in South Carolina, we have Nancy Mace. She's in my district, and
Mm-hmm.
Henry McMaster. It's very, very conservative state. I hope Jim Clyburn gets voted out. But besides that, I'm real positive here in Paradise. We got the Atlantic Ocean and the rivers. Um, two rivers going past our doorway, and it's a great place to live.
People like Nancy Mace and McMaster down there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Henry is one of the greatest governors, and Nancy's a fighter. She and I were in the real estate business together, and she's a go getter, and she'll do really well. I just feel like there are a lot of people coming together with Donald Trump to form a fast moving. How can I put it? Machine to get our country back on track.
He
Yep,
certainly is putting together quite the team.
he is.
I think people have underestimated and underappreciated what he's also doing right now, trying to get ready for a possible transition team. And what he's doing, he's funding it himself, trying to do it. He's not going to do the traditional transition team kind of thing if they are to win. He's already got the ball in motion, always got the wheels
Right,
turning on that. So,
right.
well, Amy, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you jumping in here.
Well, I love what y'all do on your show, and it's great. And I hope lots of garbage people come out and uh, ask for votes. Get out for Halloween and ask for votes, people. Come on.
There you go.
All right. Have
Amy,
a
thanks
great
so much. Have a
day.
great day.
God bless.
Thanks. You too. There you go, Slick. What do you think of that?
I think it's fantastic. Wow, she's in a good state, but I love the fact that she's telling everybody, get out there. You're registered or you're voting. I've been doing that too. Not as heavy, but I've been laying on people as well, Big D. Did you cover
Yeah.
that thing that happened, what was it, in Pennsylvania, I believe yesterday? It came on the TV screen there, ABC News,
Yeah.
where they showed the results. You did cover
Somebody
that,
who
okay.
somebody who joined me before asked me about it, and you know, obviously we know production. We deal with it every night, and it's
Right.
hard to imagine someone like Aaron sitting at the board and just doesn't even know what buttons do what. That could happen. How do your graphics package? How do you test out your graphics package for election night a week early and do it anywhere possibly close to where it could go live on air and not be an accident?
Wow.
I'm not buying that it's an accident. I'm not buying that it actually means anything. I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it's going to matter. I think, maybe they're hoping that if people see it, they go, oh yeah, she won, or she's going to win, or they think she's going to win.
Yeah, don't bother voting. She's going to win. I don't have to go out.
Right, exactly. One of those
Harry,
deals where
get
like
off the couch. Yeah, exactly.
something visual that they see sticks with them in their head. Maybe it's like a subliminal thing they're trying to pull. I don't know, but it's hard for me to imagine that's not purposeful because knowing how this works. I mean, could it happen? Could Erin send something to air that she's not supposed to? I guess, but you would have to load it in the machine, have it there, and then click the button to have it go live to air. It's hard to imagine all of that could have happened
Right.
and it all be a mistake.
right? 3.2 million votes to 2.7 million votes, 47 to 52. I mean, come on, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they had her winning by 5 percentage points. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was disturbing. You covered that, yeah, because my wife showed me that. I'm like, no, come on. I said, that's got to be fake news. And she checked a couple of different outlets, reliable outlets were reporting that. So crazy.
All right, post the link one more time. If you do want to join us before we wrap for the morning, you can click on the link. I want to thank everybody, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who joined this morning. A lot more in the chat said they have stage fright. No reason to have stage fright. If you want to be heard, you want to talk to us. People ask me to do Twitter Spaces all the time. Maybe they don't like the video part, but this is your chance. So, you got a busy day today, Slickster?
I got invited to a nice lunch at Blackstone's, the steakhouse. It was a financial company, but I'm like, it's Halloween.
Really?
I don't feel like I'm going out to a lunch. It was a whole, I
Need somebody to go with you?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stay home and give candy out to the trick or treaters. So no, I got some other stuff to do. I wrapped up my magazines very early production morning, so I'm exhausted. But I wanted to jump on with you. I try to do this more often. This is fantastic. Great audience.
All right, we got somebody in the chat. Somebody in the waiting room. Hello there.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Who are we speaking to? Where are you from?
David Miller. I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Hey, David, how are you? Oh, wait, did we talk to, are you related to Tiffany Miller?
She's my wife, yes.
Okay. We spoke to Tiffany. We spoke to Tiffany before. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, I just want to let you guys know, we both love your show. Watch it almost every night. You guys are awesome. Just keep up the good work. We really, really appreciate you.
Well, thanks so much. We appreciate you guys out there watching. We never know who we're talking to, so it's nice to put some faces and some names. And I think I was asking Tiffany, and I'll ask you while I have you.
Sure.
How you feeling? How do you feel in 5 days out? What are you seeing anything, at least especially in your profession, that you're worried about in your area or across the country? We've seen the Supreme Court make some moves here. We've seen a lot of court stuff start to take place. As an attorney, how do you feel about where we are with election integrity? You think the RNC is doing a better job? Are they on top of it, or are we going to get caught flat-footed somewhere? What do you think?
It appears to me that they're doing a lot more than they did in 2020, and so I think that's a good sign. I thought was really pleased with the Supreme Court decision on the Virginia case. Certainly think that was the right decision.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right? That they have to even make that. It's just.
Well, it's unbelievable that we have to argue that in court. I mean, it seems fairly straightforward. If you're not a citizen, you shouldn't be able to vote.
Yeah.
I had a question for you. I was watching, or I was looking at some articles. I think it was yesterday, and I don't remember if it's the CNN or MSLSD, but there was an analyst talking about the possibility that Kamala may actually be underperforming in the polls. Have you heard that, or do you have any comment about that?
I mean, I don't think you could rule out that she's under. I don't think you could rule that out just because. The American voter has had an opportunity to. Let's just go again. I know there's no history. Maybe doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes or whatever they say. People have had a chance to vote for her. Her own party, she's been put up in front of. It's not like we don't know what voters actually think about her when they get a chance to see her. They thought the calendar was going to work for her because of this compressed time frame when they dumped old Pops at the dog track, and they brought her in thinking, well, this is a compressed time frame. But man, doesn't it feel like now? It just feels to me. This is speaking to how bad she is as a candidate. I feel like she has been on the ticket for years. That, you know what I mean? I feel like she has been here for years, and I just think people, the more they listen to her, the more they think. So could I see a place where they go, oh, yeah, I'm going to vote for Kamala, and then they go, oh, I'm never going to vote for her. God, she's terrible. I could absolutely see that. Nothing. And I don't know if this is a good or bad thing. Nothing would surprise me Tuesday. He could win 49 states and it wouldn't surprise me. He could win just enough to get to 270 and it wouldn't surprise me. He could win all the blue wall. He could win Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and lose North Carolina. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios. If I had to put my money on one of those scenarios, her underpolling or him underpolling, I probably put it more on him. That people still, there's that unfounded Trump vote that's out there more than people saying, oh, yeah, I'm for her, and then going, oh, yeah, no.
I agree with you. And I think historically, Trump has underperformed in the polls. So I agree with that. I'm just, I'm concerned. It's so stinking close. And, a few votes one way or another, it could be a blowout one way or another. I mean, that's what scares me. But
yeah. Well, guys, David, tell Tiffany and you guys, we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate all the support, and thanks for jumping on here.
You bet. Take care.
Take care. What do you think about that, Slick? Pretty good stuff, huh?
Excellent stuff. Sure. Anytime we get an attorney on, that's great, right? Good perspective.
What do you think about his question? What do you put your money on more? That she would be underpolling, meaning people go, yeah, I'm for her, and then privately go, no way, I'm voting for her, or the Trump vote of people who are afraid to say they're for Trump and then will vote for him? What scenario you like better?
Well, the quote Delgado, what was the question? No, I honestly, my initial reaction when you said that immediately was her, but you're right. I think a lot of people are saying it verbally, I'm with her, or they might be putting it in the poll, and they're going to go in and go, yeah, no, and they're going to switch to, obviously, switch to President Trump. So I agree with you guys as well. Now that I heard it out, sometimes you got to hear things out, and you realize that, no, that's the better perspective. So I do agree. I think that if anybody's underperforming a little bit, it could be President Trump. I just think people don't want to be also so public about their vote for President Trump. But Rick and I were talking. We think a lot of people, when they go behind the old curtain, they're going to pull the lever for President Trump. They have to, Big D. We can't wake up in a country with Kamala Harris as our president next week, whatever day it is that we finally get the final results. We can't. We just can't.
All right, let's bring Dr. John in. He's, he looks like he's got a pretty good setup here. He looks like Dr. John looks like he knows what he's doing. Dr. John, how are you?
Good morning, you guys. Yeah, I'm used to this world.
What do you do? Where are you from?
I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm from the north of you. I'm in socialist Canada.
Oh, wow. Okay, we could definitely use you on the show. Can I send Delgado up to you? Do you have any open hours in the office that I could send Delgado up to you? You can give me a full report on what the hell's going on there.
I'm not sure if he's accessible. Let's just leave him there.
I'm not sure he'll make it through the border either, Big D. I don't think he'll make it through customs.
That's the right answer. Oh man. Well, welcome on in. What's on your mind?
Just I think like most Canadians and most people outside of your country, we are hoping that Trump takes that White House back, because if that doesn't happen, anyone outside of the U.S. needs to be equally as concerned about where this is going and what it'll mean for their countries.
Yeah, what it'll mean. Absolutely. I mean, that's a good point we don't talk enough about. I mean, her getting in with what you guys are dealing with up there and that fool, I mean, what happens to the world on the world stage with all of man, that really is a scary thought.
Yeah, I mean, the U.S., for whether people like it or not, the U.S. and the direction the U.S. takes runs and fuels the world. And anyone who is naive enough to deny that reality needs a Delgado check. I mean, the reality is that's how this is going to unfold. And I think most people, though, the world over, are not naive to that and are going to be watching very closely on Tuesday night.
Yeah. Do you have I'm always interested in how somebody outside the U.S. and how your whole area views what's going on here. I mean, I don't know if you can speak to, you talk to people there, like, do they pay very close attention to what's going on? Is it, when you talk to people, what are you hearing?
I mean, up here there's probably more outward vitriol for Trump, but I think again, sitting behind it, most people understand the gravity of what will happen. I mean, it's easy to talk about something when you don't get an opportunity to put a vote in or voice an opinion. But I think truly underneath it, people are hoping that Trump will take this. I mean, personally, I think that this truly will be the red wave that we thought was going to happen in 2022 with some of the voting there. I believe that here we're at that space now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you absolutely set the table for what it absolutely could be. Tuesday could finally be the culmination, like you said, that we've been missing, and we keep hearing it's coming, because, and in the next breath, I say, if it's not now, I don't know what could happen that could push us to that point. If after the last 4 years we're not at that point now, given where the country's at, where people are, where their lives are at, how they've been affected, people looking at the future. I mean, it's just, if we're not there now, I don't know when we'll ever get there. So I think you make some great points. Absolutely right. Well, Dr. John, thanks for jumping in. We really appreciate it. And well, like I said, we're gonna do this again. So if you see us on here with a link, I hope you join us again. It's been great.
I'll be happy to. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks so much. Man, another good one, huh, Slick?
Absolutely. I get some great people
audience
on
is
here.
so. I mean,
yeah,
audience is so
off the
smart.
chart. Off the chart.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Good
You're
people.
so intelligent. Even in the
Hey,
chat.
that was a fun. I mean, that was a fun hour. I mean, that was a fun hour. I think we're gonna. I may do this every morning until the election. And I mean, I'll do it after the election too. But it's great to put some faces and some, some names to faces. And like, I mean, I only had that one chance when I went to Nashville to meet some people, but it's fun to do.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun to do. So, all right, Slickster, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Big D. Talk to you later.
Thanks for hopping on.
Oh, my pleasure. Take care, guys. Good to see
you.
you.
All right,
everyone.
buddy. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you
later.
later.
Get out and vote. Get out and vote.
Yep. All right, Slick. Thanks. All right, there he goes. The Slickster is off to his day. That was fun. Fun. Good. I'm glad it worked out great too. Now we know it works, so now we can do it. So we'll post a link tomorrow morning, right about the same time. We'll post a link about 9:45. Maybe I'll post it on all social media this time, so you can just go click on it from there. And maybe we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see if Vinnie Mac or somebody can join us and stick around, and we'll take some questions, and we'll do it again. So probably no show. I mean, we'll be there. We may jump on. We may be on screen a little bit tonight and tomorrow, but pretty much not a normal show, as we have Trump rally. We have Tucker Carlson tonight. We have coverage of that. And then we have Trump rally on Friday that actually starts at 8. We'll take up most of the show. So certainly no regular shows the next 2 nights. But we'll be in studio, and we may obviously in between the Trump rally in Nevada, I believe, tonight, and then he heads to Arizona to join Tucker's thing. There may be 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes that we actually get to do a little bit of a show. So if we do, we'll see you then. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning to do this again. This has been great. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you then.